Look, I am excited. You know, I'm having a lot of fun. I am. I am having a blast. Publishing. I'm publishing content. That's really cool. I'm happy about that. And it's putting me against the reality. My own advice: let reality hit me in the face. So it is hitting me in the face. I throw things into the world. I push out, I ship it out, and then the world hits me in the face with it. You know? Amazing. Love it. I love it. I just throw it and it comes right back. Just fucking comes right back at me, right? I love it. Look, let reality hit me in the face, and I'm doing that right now. I'm letting reality hit me in the face every day. I'm shipping out content. I'm putting myself out there, and people are hating on my shit. People fucking take their time to make comments, bring comments into the fucking comment section. And it's, you know, look, here's the real thing. Here's the deal. Here's my honest opinion. I actually read it and I laugh, because I love going through, you know, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and I will go into the comment section, right? Like memes, whatever, in the comment section. The comment sections sometimes are what makes the fucking content funny. You know what I'm saying? People commenting the funniest comebacks, funniest replies, funniest takes on the content. And the comments are just like hilarious. I laugh at it. I watch other people's content. I go in the comments and I read people's comments and I laugh my head off. And so I actually laugh when people are like, they take their time and they will write, you know, some comment like, what was the last one? The comment was something like, "This is what I look like when I talk about a bunch of general shit, and it genuinely means nothing." I mean, something like that, okay? And that's smart. It's like a little witty remark, you know, witty little fucking jab there, right there. And I think it's funny. So, you know, it's cool. Like, maybe this person fucking is like really wants to hurt me, or really wants to fucking, you know, try to make me feel bad. But like, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny. Like, look, I never put myself in a situation where I'm putting so much content out, you know, and I'm making myself vulnerable to like people having opinions. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of doing this naturalized podcast, and the whole idea behind it, is having this space where I can have authentic interactions with people. I want to bring myself out. I want to push myself to be authentic in front of the camera and be vulnerable and talk about whatever it is I'm going to talk about, and just ship the fucking thing. Put it out there. And look, it's irreverent bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Literally, this is like just whatever I fucking feel like saying. You know, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to change fucking climate change. It's not going to fucking save the whales. It's not going to fucking forest Amazon. You know, it just makes me feel good. That's about it. I just get some shit off my chest. And then people over there watching this, just hit me back with their honesty. And we're all drinking that honesty, you know? We're all drinking that. We're drinking that honesty. And that's pretty much it. Like, there is nothing more than that. So it is kind of serving its purpose. You know what I mean? Like, genuine. This person wants to genuinely say some funny shit because I'm just yapping. And he's like, this guy talking, like, this guy just saying a bunch of general shit, and it genuinely means nothing. Like, you know, great. Love it. Boom. He fucking comments, and then we have this fucking, you know, engagement. Sure. That's fine. Like, the premise, right? In the beginning, like, I had this idea for wanting to do a podcast and coming up with the name Naturalized and everything, because originally the idea was, I felt that I had the ability to bring anybody on, right? Anybody on, to do a podcast with me, right? And we would converse, and I would be able to lead the conversation with any type of person to have like a genuine understanding, even if we don't understand each other. Like I can create a space where we can still get along, like non-judgmental, even if we don't agree on shit, that I would still find some way that we humans, two people, can be sitting in a room and just be yapping and just bantering and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Without feeling like we have to defend ourselves. But I feel like that's very much the role of the host. I feel that I could facilitate that role. And even if I can't, I wanted to see if I could. I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to push myself to be able to do that. I want that as a skill, I remember doing the personality test, whatever that thing is called online, like 4-letter whatever thing. I don't know what my 4 letters are. I don't remember. But I remember the archetype that I am, apparently. I did the test, and I am a mediator. That's what the thing said, which made sense to me. Like, oh yeah, I totally get that, coming from my past, coming from my background, the sort of my personality. Yeah, definitely. I feel like the one that's sort of in the middle. I like to see the perspective of both sides. I'm not really, gonna follow people. I'm gonna think for myself, and I'm gonna make my own opinion about whatever issue or, whatever situation I am involved in. I'm gonna make my own mind about it. I'm not gonna just take sides because, this person said this and that person said that. Like, okay, whoa, okay, chill. What's going on? What's happening? I want to understand you, but I also want to understand you too. I want to understand. Like, I don't care about being right. I just want to understand you. That's it, And if I understand you, I can understand you, and then we can just get along. Like, I don't have to agree with you, but I can understand you. Like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I see where you're coming from. I get it. I totally understand. Where you're coming from. I get it. Cool. I get it. That's okay with me, Like, I don't need to prove him wrong. That's what he believes. That's what he wants to believe. That's fine. It's a fucking free country. Great. I love being in a free country. I can have my own goddamn opinions, and I can live with that. That's okay. We can chill. We can hang. Like, that was the premise of this naturalized podcast. Like, that we could just be that. And I could cultivate that skill to be able to give people that. That was the premise of the whole fucking thing. Now, I started that. Like, the first time I attempted these recordings, it was like literally like 4 years ago, maybe even longer, like 5 years ago, maybe. Initially, I remember trying to do it with like my dates, right? Try to like, initially I was like, I'm going to bring dates with me, like first dates, girls I meet like on Tinder, or girls I met on the street, or whatever. Like, if we end up having a date, that I would bring them on a podcast. I'll be like, yo, do you want to go and do a podcast? She's like, what? No way. Like, I'm too shy. Like, it's going to be totally fine. It's going to be easy. And then just, obviously she has to be down to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, if she's down, we sit down and like, I lead this person that I just met into a situation where we are going to be vulnerable together, and we're going to talk about stuff, and I'm going to make it feel totally okay. I'm going to make it feel like this is cool. Like, we're being vulnerable. Like, I feel safe and I feel comfortable saying this stuff to him, and I feel comfortable saying my shit to her, and we're just going to vibe. We're just going to fucking talk. Just talk. Like, that's it. There's nothing more to it. Like, just being real together. That was the initial idea. And I remember bringing a couple of girls. Actually, I did that, and I never published it because it was like super clunky, and, it was just not that good, and also like, I was more self-conscious. I was a lot more like, oh, it has to be this, has to be that. I had all this criteria in my mind that it had to be something. And so I didn't feel like it was good enough, and for sure, it's not like fucking world changing. But like now I would probably just publish it, like just fucking ship the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. Like that's what I could do at the time. Obviously it can be better, but this is what I could do at the time. And I'll just push it out and then let it be. You know what I'm saying? Because that's actually real. Like this happened, right? Yeah, maybe have better visions and bigger visions and how I wish I was, and I wish I was more this and that and the other thing, but I wasn't, and that's who I was at that time. And let's just fucking be real. Let's be authentic. Let's fucking push it out. Let's fucking accept that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to feel guilty. I don't have to impress you. I don't have to fucking feel shame. I can just fucking let it be there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck it. There you go. Right? Like that's the essence of why I wanted to do this. The essence of Naturalized Podcast for me is to create that space where I can give that opportunity to people so that we can have that kind of cool, like non-judgmental, vulnerable, open conversation to actually get to know another human being and to have fun doing it. And I wanted to have that skill. And I felt pretty confident when I started it at the time because, you know, I've just came out of a relationship and I was going out and I was mingling and I was meeting a lot of people. And I just felt pretty confident in my social skills to be able to do that. Like probably the most confident I have ever been in my whole life. You know, that period of like 2020 to 2020, end of 2021, I would say. Like I felt like, yeah, I could do it. But you know, I did it and I felt like, okay, maybe I need to practice this, you know, like I gotta like get some reps in there. I can't just like do it and the first one's gonna be this home run. Like, fuck no. It was just like, it's actually up, actually. I think Naturalized Podcast episode 1 is actually that first time that I ever tried it. Yeah. And then I tried a couple more with different girls and I just never published it because like, I don't know, I just didn't feel confident or whatever. So you can actually listen to my first ever podcast with that premise where I bring a date and we record it. And it's just like, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know? And am I better now? Debatable. People in the comments think I'm pretty shit, but you know, it is what it is. I feel more confident. Maybe I'm not better. I feel like I'm slightly better, but I definitely don't give as much shit. And that's a big thing. Like I care less. I don't give a fuck as much, you know? Which is actually the main thing. That's actually the main fucking thing. Just to do what you're going to do and then because that's what you want to do. Not because other people said you should, not because you're trying to impress somebody, not because you need to prove somebody wrong. No, it's because I just want to do it. Like I want to do it, man. I just want to fucking do it. And why not? Like what am I fucking losing if I don't do it? You know? Possibly people are going to talk shit. It's just how it goes, man. And should I stop because somebody said something mean to me? I mean, I guess you can if you gave a shit, this person that you don't know, and they are free and entitled to have an opinion. That's a cool thing, actually. It's a good thing. And actually, it goes with the premise of the fucking show is like authentic fucking communication. Like, let's fucking be real, you know? I'm not going to get butthurt, you know? I hope you don't get butthurt, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's the point, right? It's the point. Like, I'm just trying to have a good time. And if you're going to be a party pooper, then yeah, maybe I don't want you around. I don't want you around. But like, if we're just going to keep it real and talk shit and whatever, that's fine. That's fucking fine. Let's actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking do that. Like, we have to watch what we say. We can't say this, we can't say that, and that's not politically correct. And oh, if you say this, people are gonna judge you. And there's just all this fucking social expectations, right? And we all have it, we feel it. And then maybe online you feel like, anonymous and you can fucking say whatever. But like, I want to be able to do that with my fucking camera, not because I want to like offend somebody. It's because I feel like I'm not a bad person. I don't think I'm a bad person. I try to be a good person. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I do my best. I try to live my life according to my values, and I stick with my principles. And when I don't, I feel bad, I feel guilt, I feel shame, all those things that everybody feels like as human beings, right? And I have to go and think about it, and I think about what I did and how can I be better? I'll be a better person, and I just keep going. Like, that's just human life. Like, that's how we get better. Everybody, you, me, your friends, your mom, your dad. No one's perfect. We're all trying our best. So we're doing that. And that's that's all I expect, from myself or you or anybody. And if we're on that journey together, if we're just cross path like that, and we happen to, share a moment, even if it's like you making like a witty remark, a little jab at me, I don't like, fine. If that's how what you felt, man, that's what you felt. You know what I'm saying? That's fun. If it's funny, even better. Like, cool, dude, awesome. And that's it. It's not a big fucking deal, right? But I don't even remember why I'm talking about that, but I did want to mention in this episode about the premise, I have to get better at this because, look, I know I fucking rant and I just go like this, like all over the place. I have to get better at speaking clearly, right? That's why I'm here too. I'm trying to get better. But I just definitely have to keep doing it. And I just have to fucking keep pushing this out. But I did want to talk about why this podcast exists. And I wanted to remind myself as well, because I'm out there and I'm starting to have these interactions, even though, yeah, they're not like super positive right now, but I feel like this is the rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? If you ever try to do something that's like, you know what, fuck everybody, I'm going to do what I want, I'm going to do this. Like, the first thing that's going to happen is people are going to fucking judge you. Like, that's like the first thing that happens. And it's just like a rite of passage, man. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, because I fucking felt like it. What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just going to do it, bro. Like, I feel like I just feel like I got to do this, man. And you don't need to explain it. You have your reasons. You want to do it, go fucking do it, man. Go fucking crush it, dude. Fuck yeah, let's go. But people are going to fucking judge you. People are going to say, like, that's dumb. You look stupid. Like, you sound dumb. Or whatever. Like, this is so stupid. Like, you're going to fail. Everyone's going to make fun of you. Like, the number one thing why people don't do something is because of what other people think. That's just the truth, right? Like, people just don't do what they want to do because of other people. And we like, feeling comfortable and all that. That's why that is the first wall you're going to hit if ever you're going to do something that you really think you should do. And that's going to break away from some kind of mold, because you have an identity right now and everybody thinks you're this and that and the other thing, and you're playing that person, right? That's your identity. You actually feel comfortable. You wake up and you are that guy or girl, whatever. But then one day you just say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to die one day. I'm just going to do this other thing. And everybody's just going to be like, whoa, what? Are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Like, nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm just doing this now. Right? And people are going to, how can they know? Because they're not inside of you. Of course they can't understand you. If they could, that's crazy. Like it's like telepathy or something. But most people just not gonna get it. And that's totally understandable. Like you're next day, you're just this other person and you just start doing something that's like, I don't know how that happened. Where'd that come from? You know? And everybody's gonna try to keep you down. That's what it feels like. It's like, just stay where you're at, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever it is you wanna do, don't do it. They're gonna tell you not to do what you wanna do. Like really, put a lot of effort into not doing the thing that you wanna do. And that's the first thing that's gonna happen. It's like this crab in a bucket thing. It's like, don't fucking do it, man. Just stay right here, dude. We know how it goes here, man. Don't fucking shake it up. Don't shake up the fucking, the house. Don't shake up the fucking status quo. Just stay here, bro. It's gonna be okay. Don't get attention. Don't call attention to us. We are so afraid. It's just, I think, how human nature is. It's just we're social animals, and we evolved in this tribal social structure where it did matter what everybody thought. Because if you were if you were kicked out of the tribe, you could just die alone in the safari or whatever, right? But it's not like that anymore. It's not like that. It's not. But it's still in us where if something sticks out, it's like, okay, it's like a liability, or we don't like it because we don't understand it. It kind of fucks with like how things are. And people don't like that. And it's like an actual primal response. That's why I think people, like, I'm starting to hit that where I'm pushing shit out, and then these like haters gonna start fucking hating. It's the first people. They're the fucking quickest to the fucking line. It's like you drop a coin, or you fucking blow a whistle, or you fucking, do anything, and they're gonna be the first to fucking show up like, hey, was that you? Did you fucking just try something? Like, bro, you suck. Like, literally, like, they were waiting. They were waiting at the fucking start line. Like, they're gonna fucking dash, sprint to where you at. And then they're gonna start talking shit. They're the first ones to show up. It's like, I'm just accepting that this is how it is. I don't know. Tell me if you're somebody who, decided you want to do something, and then you started kind of like going on your path, and it kind of made you stick out because it made you different. Like you are sticking out. Like, why are you doing that? Everybody's asking, like, what are you doing? It's like, bro, I'm just doing this now. That's what I'm doing. Like, what? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not hurting anybody. And people are just gonna be like, bro, no, don't do it, bro. Just don't do it. Stop. And they're gonna fucking trash on you and talk shit about you, and they're just gonna come out. They just all come out, man. It's fucking crazy, dude. But that's what makes me feel even kind of more certain. Like, this is exactly this, almost like this threshold, right? There's like the crab bucket where like other crabs try to keep you sort of in the bucket. But then if you go over the lip, you're like trying to get out of the bucket. And if you go over the lip of the bucket, like that's the threshold. And it's like, you get out and you're goddamn free. You're just free. And then there's all the other fucking crabs that got out, and they're all fucking dancing and celebrating, and they're fucking living their life. They don't give a fuck. They want you to succeed too. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, go get it. Go win, right? Go fucking get yours. Go motherfucking take it. And we're all fucking winning. We're all dancing. But I feel like that's how it is. It's like when you get out of that fucking threshold, it's almost like, oh, now we're playing in this other fucking thing. We're in this other world playing another game. Like, that's kind of how I feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're all stuck in our bodies. We can only see the world from our own subjective view. So like, sometimes you can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? There's always more. There's always another layer. There's always another layer to the reality, you know? And I'm just curious. I'm just a curious person, and I just want to know. I just want to explore. I want to find things out. I want to feel different things. I want to meet different people. And I just know that I don't know anything. Like, I don't know anything. I know what I know, but I know that I don't know anything. There's so much to it. And so, whoa, like once I get out of that, there's this other fucking reality, new paradigm, and there are people already there, like playing in that fucking playground, you know? And they look at you and they know exactly where you are, because it's like, oh yeah, you're still in that thing, and they're patient and they listen to you because like they're kind of like, they have nothing to prove, you know? They're not gonna fucking try to prove you wrong or anything. Maybe they'll give you some advice, but often you might not even hear it because you don't see the world like they do, right? Like we're stuck in our own fucking tunnel vision. So like, how do you get out of it? Well, you have to open your mind. You have to entertain the idea that you don't know anything. You have to entertain the idea that maybe there is a whole nother game, right? And I feel like that's like that's everything, you know? And whenever I see people that are just kind of arguing back and forth, it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but like, it's also like two things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? Like it's truth to this person that in their reality, that thing they're talking about is actually true. Like it is true. Like that's actually how it's happening. But on the other side, because they're playing another game, okay, different rules, different things are a priority, different values are there's different values. And this on this other side, they're talking about their own perspective, and that's also true. Like I can understand both, you know? And like people are just bickering. Like today, everybody's just fucking fighting. You know, that's also why I want to fucking do this. Like I want to have this fucking space where I can fucking bring that, you know? And something I was thinking about, you know, I'm doing this naturalized street interview thing. Okay. I'm making shorts, I'm making reels, I'm making little short TikTok videos where, because I'm not bringing guests into my house to do like an actual official guest podcast right now, I just go out and I talk to people on the street. I just approach people and I talk to people. And I just started this, right? And right now, kind of the premise is like, okay, what makes you authentic, or how authentic do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you always feel true to yourself? Like that was kind of the premise. That was like the question I was asking. But I was thinking about, I'm like a week in, right? I've been doing this for like about a week or a couple weeks now. And I was thinking about, oh, you know, that's shallow. That's still a shallow thing. Like when I first started this whole idea like 4 years ago, it started on the premise of like non-judgment and being the person who can facilitate being authentic. It wasn't about like, so, are you authentic? And like the person will say, yes. And I would be like, great. But that doesn't say anything about that person actually being authentic. Like that person can say yes or no. Like he can tell you he's authentic, but what's more interesting is like that person being authentic, right? So I'm doing this street interview and I'm asking these questions, and I was like, something is not clicking. Something is off. And I was thinking about it today, and I realized, oh, I'm asking them if they're authentic. It's like, I'm asking them to tell me if they're authentic. And they're going to say yes. But that's not the fucking point. I want to be the person that facilitates them to be authentic. I want them to be authentic. I don't want to ask them if they are. Like, that's the point. That's why I felt like this shit is shallow. Like these interviews are kind of boring. You know, I'm feeling that. I'm still fucking publishing them because I'm doing it. And now I think it's important that I just ship it. I just do it and I ship it. And this is what I could have done at this time. This is the most I could have done, you know? And then I watch it. I think about the experience and I'm like, there's something off. It just feels shallow. It feels cheap. It feels kind of superficial and like it's boring. I'm bored. Like these questions are kind of boring. Answers are kind of boring, you know? It's not the fault of the people I talk to. It's not them that's boring. I'm boring. Like I'm not giving them the opportunity to be authentic. And that was the whole fucking premise of the original idea. And I remembered that today. I remembered that, which is a big thing. It's important to me that I remember that. And also it kind of made me realize the gap. Like I used to think that and I was kind of executing those things. I would bring people in and I would create that opportunity, you know? And people would talk. And now I'm just asking these like boring ass questions and like, oh, I know why. I have to lead the people I bring in so that they feel comfortable to be authentic and they start expressing themselves, not just be like yes or no to a question like, are you authentic? Yes, no. No, that's not the point. The point is I am the person who make them feel so good because I'm leading them. I'm showing them the way. I take them with me and go, let's be fucking real. And they feel excited about it and they start to express themselves. And we forget that we're doing this. Like I just approached this person and we're, that they felt, unsure because I don't know this person and this person wants to film me. But then if they can forget that, if they can start to feel comfortable, if they can start to feel like, oh, like this guy's cool, like let's fucking do this and start to just get animated and express themselves without me asking these questions like an interview. We just like stuff just happening, right? That would be so much more interesting. And I'm just filming that. I'm just capturing that moment as it happens, you know? Like, and whatever happens, happens. And whatever happens is authentic. It's that person expressing themselves in real time. So that's the fucking point. And I remembered that. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking point. So my goal now is to really sit with that, marinate, I'll like meditate or some shit. I'll sit with it. I'll think about it. And I'll like, next time I go out, that's my mission. Next time I go out on the street and I start talking to people, that's the mission. Okay? It's like all gas, no brake. Like I am just going out there and just bringing out this fucking party. And it's like people are going to either fall into it and they're going to want to fucking party with me or they're not. And that's fine. Some people are not going to feel that. And that's just real. That's just how it is. I'm not going to have everybody love me and want to be part of this. That's how it is. So I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with rejections and all this, or, judgment even, right? Like people are going to judge, whatever, man, whatever, So that was a really great realization. I'm very happy and grateful that I had that realization today. Because that's a big realization. That is literally the core mission of this podcast. Like that is it. Number one, objective, to create that space and give them the opportunity to be authentic. I'm not asking them if they're authentic. I am leading the way so that they feel like they can be authentic with me. And that's my job. That's my job. That's what I want to do. That's why I started this. That's why I started this. So it's like a dojo. It's a goddamn dojo where I go and I'm fucking sharpening that edge, you know? I'm working on that edge. Like I'm pushing my edge in that direction and I want to get that thing fucking sharp, right? And I can do that with anybody. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it would be cool. It's not for everybody, right? But I think it's cool. So that's why I'm fucking doing this. And I will keep doing it. Because I like it, because I want to. And people are going to shit and people are going to talk. And, you know, keep it up. As long as it's fucking witty and funny, bro, keep it coming. I don't care. And let's get the party going. We're going to have some fun. Yeah, motherfucker. Woo! Oh, man. Good day. It was a good day. Good week. Great week. Experimenting with AI. I'm doing a lot of stuff with AI right now. Learning a lot. Crash course, literally, for the last couple of weeks. I've been messing around with AI, making content. I'm pushing it out. You can see it. You can go to WMC Spiritualized on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm there. You can find me there. And, you know, look, it's just an experiment at this point, but it's cool. Like I have some time off right now, so I'm just putting my curiosity over there as well. I'm learning how to use AI, and it's pretty fascinating, right? Super fun. And yeah, man, great week. Going out, doing these interviews, doing this podcast. I feel good doing this and getting my videos out. And look, like no one, you know, not many people watching it right now, and a lot of people just leaving fucking hate comments. But just like I said, that's just the rite of passage. I think it is what it is. It's like this fucking firewall. It's like this threshold. It's like the lip of the bucket, and you just gotta climb over it, man. And then there are people playing on the other side, and that's where I want to go, because I want to be free and I want to fucking kick ass and I want to do what I want. Just do what I want. That's all. I want to do what I want. And you know, I encourage everybody to do that. Like, do what you want, bro. Go live your life. So that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about, because I remembered that. I know that the beginning of this podcast was just all over the place, but that was the main point that I wanted to talk about. But often when I start recording, I don't exactly know how to say it. I just have this feeling, and I just start talking, and then it starts to make sense. So literally, you're witnessing my creative process. That's kind of what this is right now. These recordings are basically me having like a brain dump. That's what it is. And you're seeing it in real life. Like that, those ideas just coming out just happened in front of you. Like I didn't have that written down, but I had like a seed of the idea today, and I wanted to crystallize it. And I often just talk to the camera, and it happens. It's like, I get it. That's the connection. Boom. Right? So there you go. Man, my voice is fucked. My throat is hurting. I don't know why. I think there's a flu or something going around. Anyways, I love you, and keep on rocking, baby.